So, Mr. Tom Alexandrovich, the Israeli director of cyber defense, who got caught in America trying to solicit a 15-year-old for sex in a sting operation and fled to Israel after he was given his passport back by the U.S. authorities, of course, did not show up to his court hearing, right? Everybody else got prosecuted in that sting operation, but Mr. Alexandrovich is an Israeli official, so he has, of course, special privileges in the United States, meaning he can basically try to go fuck kids in America, and that's okay because he's Israeli. Look, I'm starting to get a little bit tired of having to talk about negative shit in the new Trump administration, you know what I mean? When it comes to accountability, they are horrible, right? There's some good policies, and, you know, Doge was basically a failure because Congress doesn't want to do anything, you know, in the codifying the cuts. So a lot of the deportations are way under par, right? They're starting to go after legal visa holders when there's still a bunch of criminal aliens to be picked up. So, you know, things aren't, and I get it. It's not really Trump's fault, right? It's not really Trump's fault. Although the going after visa holders, I think that is his fault, because I think I heard him talk about it, which is, that's unacceptable. But all right. Now, for all the people that are out there saying, of course the United States is not subservient to Israel, that's crazy, that's insane. Well, you know, there are a couple things happening which sure make it seem like that is the case. You know, I didn't really want to believe it either, because I think, when I think of Donald Trump, I think of dude who fucking does what's best for America and what he thinks is best. And being Israel's like little lapdog bitch is not one of those things that I would expect Donald Trump to do. But if they're going to let the Epstein thing go, because it, you know, again, this is speculation, but, you know, this new Alexandrovich thing kind of like, you know, makes it make sense a little bit. So the Epstein thing's not going to get, nobody's going to get prosecuted for that shit. And a lot of people are speculating that that's because it has something to do with Israel, maybe Mossad ties or whatever. You know, there's no proof of that anywhere, right? There's just evidence that kind of points really strongly in that direction, but it's still not proof. So people aren't going to get prosecuted for Epstein. Ghislaine Maxwell gets like a sweetheart deal for basically just saying that, well, Donald Trump wasn't in the Epstein files, and I never heard of a guy named Bill Clinton or Bill Gates. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So that was useless. So she's got to get a better deal because of useless information. Well, useless to us anyway. It's good for Trump. You know, it's not good for us. And now they're going to let an Israeli hebephile just walk. They're going to let him throw up two middle fingers to the court and say, fuck y'all, I'm Israeli, I'm an official, I've got a get out of jail free card, I'm going to hop back on a plane to Israel as planned, and I'm not coming back for my fucking hearing. And the worst part is, his lawyer told him not to come, right? And that, like, I think that's illegal, but the lawyer admitted it on TV, right? He was like, yeah, I told him not to come because, you know, Israelis and illegal aliens have special privileges in America. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, it wasn't a real 15-year-old. It was just a cop in a sting operation, but he's not coming to go to do any jail time or going to get charged. And the U.S. government is doing nothing. Once again, accountability just isn't their thing, right? No one's been arrested yet for COVID shit, for Twitter file shit, for censorship in general, for the Biden fucking hiding of his mental state, for Biden's dealings in Ukraine, for Hunter Biden's dealings in Ukraine, for the kiddie porn that Hunter Biden had on his laptop, for the gun that Hunter Biden fucking lied about and threw in a dumpster near a school, for the Russiagate shit, for the prosecutions on Donald Trump, which were basically unlawful, the raid on Trump's house, the assassination attempts, absolutely zero accountability. And this is like the worst thing that they can do now to gain people's trust. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. And I'm hoping, right, that Trump just doesn't get told all this stuff, and that it takes a while for the information to get to him from the base. You know what I mean? But a lot of the base is kind of like pro-Israel, so they might not really talk about this Alexandrovich thing, right? They're probably not telling Trump, yo, how the hell are you going to let an Israeli fucking pervert criminal just get away? Where the American taxpayers are sending billions of dollars to Israel, weapons. Israel is getting us, trying to pull us in all types of conflicts in the United States, and all of Europe is also, where I live, no different. I'm forced to pay for Israel's destruction of Gaza with my tax money. And then they're allowed to just fucking try to rape your country's girls, underage girls, and just get away with it and walk? How fucking pathetic does that make Donald Trump look? So I'm hoping he doesn't know about this, or didn't get the message, or nobody's told him about it yet, or, you know, he's got a lot of stuff on his plate. It might not be on his radar. I hope that's the case. I hope. But even if it's the case, it still didn't help us, because if Donald Trump is not making all these decisions, which he's not, there's a lot of people subordinate to him that are making decisions over which he has no influence. And I think a lot of the bad decisions, what accountability is concerned, are being made by lower level staff, cabinet, you know, Congress, Senate, etc., judges, you know, Republicans in Congress. I think they're still part of the deep state. I think the deep state is still alive and well. There is no getting the deep state. It looks like that's the way it is. It looks like Americans just have to start accepting that they don't live in an actual free country. They live in a country that provides the illusion of freedom, and the illusion of democracy of some sort, but it's really not the case, because the person you elect, Donald Trump, is not really the boss. Because judges are able to block him at every turn for deportations. Kilmar Abrego Garcia was still in the country, maybe still even is, I don't know, because of the Democrats just get whatever the fuck they want. By hook or by crook, doesn't matter. And when they get caught, nothing ever happens to them. You know what I mean? But Republicans or conservatives or regular people, they get the book thrown at their ass every chance. But there are people above the law, and Israeli diplomats are one of them, right? Israeli diplomats are definitely one of them. And so are basically illegal aliens, and so are Democrats, and so are ultra wealthy people who fuck little kids on Epstein Island. You know, I don't know, man. The accountability is just not coming. I know that, you know, there's going to be people out there that are going to continue to say the same thing as they told me 3 months ago, 6 months ago. Be patient. Be patient. It's coming. It's coming. And I hear the Republicans doing a lot of committees and a lot of subpoenas and a lot of blah, blah. And a lot of talk. Oh, but the Russiagate thing, oh, we're going to see prosecutions. But there's a statute of limitations problem. Obama has immunity. We don't want we don't want to do the same things the Democrats did to us. We don't want to really win anymore. We want to just slow down Democrats. Well, then you're going to get your ass handed to you. I don't know what to tell you guys, man. I mean, accountability, I say it over and over again, accountability is one of the main reasons why Donald Trump was elected, because he promised accountability for the deep state actors and the wrongdoers, from the COVID, for everything, right? Epstein, the whole shit. He promised that's what he was going to run on, taking out the deep state, and there hasn't been one fucking arrest yet. And now Americans don't have to even worry about their own deep state. Now you've got the Israeli deep state also calling the shots within America. In other words, if you catch one of our Israeli cyber security director officials in a sting operation where he's trying to fuck a 15-year-old in America, sorry, that one's just going to have to be let go, because he's Israeli, guys, so sorry. No justice there, guys. Can't do it. Can't do it. You know? It's unreal. So there you go. There's the update. His court date was, I think, last week. He didn't show, as expected. And now the judge, you know what I mean? The judge is going, well, he has to show up on video call next time. Oh, I see. So he didn't even have to come back. So no chance he's ever going to get arrested or really charged for this. No chance. Right? Oh, that's right. Israel's got this like kind of deal with America, I guess. The right to return deal. Where if a Jew in Israel gets prosecuted in another country, that the deal is they get to get sent back to their own country for the punishment. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're telling me that Israel's going to put the guy in jail? The cyber defense director? Yeah, sure. Right. Sure they are. Sure they are. Yeah, it kind of looks like Israel does call the shots for America. Because America seems pussy whipped by Israel. Right? They're going to let a fucking pervert that tried to fuck some American person's daughter, and they're just going to let him go. Unfucking real. I'm sorry to tell you. Bad news all around. You know, I really hope that the Trump administration starts picking up the pace again on the good stuff. You know? But right now, everything's just kind of like in limbo. Well, maybe we're going to be able to ramp up the deportations, even though we got like $3 billion extra to do it. Maybe we're going to just go after legal visa holders, but maybe not. Maybe we're not going to go to any more wars with Iran. Maybe we're going to invade Venezuela and do a regime change there. I mean, we're already sending ships there. Maybe there's going to be accountability. Maybe there's going to be, COVID accountability. Maybe we'll get pharma to stop advertising on television like in every other country in the world except for one other. Maybe. It's kind of the administration of maybe, maybe not. And that's disappointing because I thought Donald Trump was the man, right? And he's still the best president in my lifetime. But like, as I said before, let's be honest about it. I like Donald Trump. I like his character. I think he's hilarious. I like it. I wish he would it would be a little bit tougher, right? I wish he would stay on top of the important stuff and not get sidetracked by Israel shit. It's America first, remember? So forget about fucking Israel and start doing America first. Not Venezuela first, not Israel first, not Ukraine first, not Europe first. America first. What the fuck happened to it? You know? Again, it's not even the first year yet. So maybe things will pick up. Maybe I'll get pleasantly surprised and there will be prosecutions on the Russiagate or something. You know? Maybe he'll demand Europe retain free speech for its citizens. That would be good. He's trying to do that through the tariffs and the trade deals. I love it. If he gets that done, that might make me a single issue voter because I live in Germany. Right? You know what I mean? Then I'll be like, all right, well, cool. Then if he's going to do that, if he's going to protect the Europeans for more than the Europeans protect the Europeans' rights, then, all love for him. Thank you, sir. Awesome. You know what I mean? Awesome. But right now, things are just not moving, right? I know they like to tout their accomplishments and the wins in court and blah, 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 but things are just moving too slowly on the immigration front, or the deportation front, I would say. The immigration front's pretty much closed. That's good, right? That's really good. But as far as accountability is concerned, deportations are concerned, codifying policies into law are concerned, Congress doing anything about these rogue judges are concerned, that shit is lacking big time. So, I don't know, unless the government of America proves me wrong or proves differently, I would say that I guess they are subservient to Israeli government, right? I think that's what it's looking like. Because I'll tell you what, if somebody from another country, like, the guys that killed Lake and Riley, he's in prison, right? They wouldn't, America is not just going to let a citizen from another country go back to their country after they commit a murder or try to rape somebody in America. Only for Israel do they go, oh, okay, well, cool, just let him leave. Just give him, it's not a flight risk, just give him his passport back, it's cool. It's absolutely disgusting, I'm sorry. So, yeah, right now, it sure does look like America cannot distance itself from Israel, and for whatever reason, maybe they do have dirt on people inside the government. I don't know what the fuck it is anymore. I don't know. It's so disappointing. So that's where I'm at, people. Disappointing at the moment. Very disappointing. For lots of reasons, all of which I just discussed in this video. So today is Monday, the 1st of September, 2025. This was the Insanity Report for today. Hopefully things start picking back up and going back in the right direction, because now it's starting to look like the bad is starting to outweigh the good with the Trump administration. And that's not the direction I'd like to see it go. All right, people, have a great one. Remember to share, like, subscribe, repost, retweet, do all the things that are free for you, but super helpful for me. Thank you, and see you the next time.